about drug.
Welcome back to the Brian Post, the only show where world leaders embarrass themselves so consistently, I barely have to write jokes. Here's what's making headlines today. Donald Trump denies health rumors while moving Space Command like it's a furniture set from IKEA. The U.S. House releases 33,000 Epstein files. Spoiler alert, they're mostly useless PDFs. America blasts a Venezuelan drug boat out of the water, killing 11 alleged gang members. A Kentucky student-athlete is arrested for hiding her newborn in a closet. Yes, you heard that right. And China throws itself a giant parade to celebrate World War II's end, because nothing says peace like showing off missiles the size of apartment buildings. Trump's Health and Space Command. So, Trump is mad again. This time about rumors claiming his health is failing. Yeah, because if there's one thing Trump has, it's the stamina of a man half his age, if that age is 75. But don't worry, he's fine. How do we know? He announced the very important decision to move Space Command headquarters from Colorado to Alabama. Because when the world's on fire, what we really need is a fresh zip code for space soldiers. Great priorities. Next headline, and I promise it's less about space and more about the creepiest man with an island. Epstein files dump. Congress dropped 33,000 pages of Epstein files. That's right, 33,000. Because nothing says we're serious about justice like burying us in paperwork no one will read. Apparently, the files include flight logs, prison footage, and legal transcripts. Ooh, can't wait to learn that Epstein ordered a tuna sandwich in 2009. Honestly, it feels like the government just gave us the worst homework assignment ever. 33,000 pages? If I wanted to waste my life on meaningless documents, I'd go back to law school. All right, let's leave the pedophile files behind and move on to America's favorite pastime, blowing stuff up. U.S. sinks Venezuelan drug boat. U.S. forces destroyed a drug boat linked to the Venezuelan gang Tren de Aragua, killing 11 people. Trump even released the footage himself. Look at that, folks. Boom! Best explosion you've ever seen. Believe me. Now, don't get me wrong, taking down narco-terrorists is serious business. But can we talk about the branding here? Tren de Aragua sounds less like a cartel and more like a bad tequila bar. Still, the message is clear. Don't mess with America's Navy, or your boat's going to get turned into a fish Airbnb. Speaking of tragic endings, let's talk about a story that's honestly heartbreaking. Kentucky student and infant case. In Kentucky, a 21-year-old cheerleader was arrested after allegedly hiding her newborn's body in her closet. No sarcasm here, this is just devastating. But it does raise a disturbing question. How many warning signs does someone have to miss before it gets to this point? It's the kind of story that makes you lose faith in humanity. Then remember, oh right, humanity also gave us TikTok challenges. Balance, I guess. Let's wrap up on something bigger. Literally missiles bigger than office towers. China's World War II parade. China held a massive military parade in Beijing to mark 80 years since World War II ended. Xi Jinping stood shoulder to shoulder with Putin and Kim Jong-un. Basically the Axis powers cosplay reunion nobody asked for. They rolled out missiles, tanks, fighter jets, all in the name of peace. Yeah, because nothing screams peace like showing your neighbors how quickly you could blow them up. It's like celebrating a wedding by bringing a bazooka to the reception. But hey, at least they had matching uniforms. And that's your world today. Trump's moving space troops, Congress is drowning us in Epstein files, America's going full Navy SEAL on drug cartels, Kentucky broke our hearts, and China threw itself a missile party. So, which story ticked you off the most? Drop it in the comments. And don't forget, hit that like button harder than the US Navy hit that drug boat. And subscribe so you never miss another dose of sarcastic world news. This is Brian Post, signing off before China invites me to their next